This is still April 29th, 2026. One other thing I forgot. We're November 23rd, 25. Summit Mall downstairs, some girls yell out that this whole thing was a scam to extort money from the government. Her ex-husband was connected to them, so they went to him, asked him if they could run a scam on me. He said yes, if they made sure he got everything during the divorce. Okay. That's where December 1st, 25, Walmart 62, the pretty Michelle that's telling on all of them. An investigator showed up, said Michelle showed up in my office, said that this whole thing was a scam to extort money from the government. Her ex-husband was involved. They all were. Okay. They all were. That the doctor from before is not one of mine, works for them, and they had lied he was one of her doctors. She actually don't know who he is. Okay. And that guy Pete that was running his mouth in my office about her, she don't even know who he is. It's just some guy Dave hired on his own. And the tape of Weird with Yourself is nothing but photoshopped to washing in the shower in the other room. Okay. And they admitted they used hypnotic drugs on her when they drugged her and told her to say it before, and she has no memory of these people. The whole thing was just a scam to extort money from the government. They were thinking that they could run. See, they could have killed me at any time. They had laughed at me in September last year. They had been hiding in rooms, and as I walked by, they would stab me real quick with the hypnotic drugs, and it'd be like, ow. You think something bit you, got stung. You go sit down, and that the room would go take a drink out of something, the room would go dizzy and black, and how those things work so fast you don't even remember being stabbed. And you're sleepwalking, amnesia, permanent amnesia. You're sleepwalking, you eat, drink, cook, drive a car, you can have sex. It's like the perfect date rape drug. And it causes sleepwalking the whole time with no memory. And it leaves a real bad metal taste in your mouth. But like they said, these people already confessed they used hypnotic drugs on her when they drugged her and told her to say it before. And the tape of Weird with Yourself is photoshopped of washing in the shower. And the whole thing was a scam to extort money from the government. They could have, since they were already breaking in, stabbing me, drug me, and raping me, I didn't see anybody, I didn't know anything. They could have killed me at any time, but they scared me into calling the FBI. They thought if they walked into that FBI office, they'd trick him into open up the case and he'd hand them the money. The whole thing was a scam against the government. They all were involved. Okay. Now, I remember in the beginning of the case, they would tell people in front of the police and the FBI the agreement with Dave is to make sure he got everything during the divorce. My divorce was over 9/18/19. See, that's where I can't figure out, why are they here? See, that's where these people have showed back up, and we want to make sure she has nothing. We want to make sure she doesn't have a place to live. She can't drive a car. She don't have decent clothes. That wasn't the agreement with Dave. The originals, like they said, was to make sure we got everything in the divorce. Divorce has been over for 6.5 years. What are you doing? See, that's where they are so afraid Agent John's going to actually pay me. The FBI still owes me that money. The money is for risking your life to get them information. Like I said, where I talked to the police, I talked to the criminal attorney, I talked to the prosecutor's office. That agent doesn't have enough authority to ask anybody to stay quiet. He's only a hired police officer. It's actually illegal for him to even say it. He cannot withhold your money. He cannot misdirect it. It is illegal. It's a federal crime. Right on Google, if an FBI agent says if you say something, he'll withhold protection and that no one will help you, that is attempted murder. That can go into attempted murder. It's aiding and abetting crimes. tampering with a witness, and obstruction of justice. If they say that you can't say anything or you don't get your informant money, that is blackmail. And then the same of tampering with a witness and tampering with evidence and obstruction of justice. And if they tell people they can't help you, you can go into attempted murder. Can't be in a court order because it's blackmail. No judge can sign it. It's for risking your life and only risking your life to get them information. You can tell whatever you want. And then he's already confessed on a recorded line. He already had everybody in his office, and he was already seen at Apostolic Church of Barberton telling on me and telling people he knew I was being drugged, beaten, raped, and didn't care. See, that's where April 19th, 25. Investigators were in Hartville flea market and said, you wouldn't believe how dumb these people are, and actually how dumb they are. You wouldn't believe it. She called the FBI hotline. They immediately walked into an FBI office and confessed they were legally monitoring her on their own. Illegal monitoring is 7 to 15 years. If an attorney sets up mountain cameras in your home, they're disbarred immediately because of the right to privacy. It's a felony invasion of privacy, voyeurism, cyber stalking, wiretapping. It goes into big charges. They're disbarred immediately. No one can be in your home but police and agencies under a threat of life with statements in a court order. It's Fourth Amendment. It's a federal crime. All right, so that's how stupid these people are. Where they said, as soon as she called the FBI hotline, these people came into an FBI office and confessed they were legally monitoring on their own. They should have been arrested on the spot. On the spot. And trust me, nobody ever fell for the dirty doctor scam, taping on and where confessing your crime sat on it till they wanted a divorce. There's like 30 years in that statement of HIPAA violations. And it sounded, you could tell she was drugged, and parts of it sounded mechanical, and we knew it was all them and not her. And that tape of Weird with Yourself, we already knew it was photoshopped to washing yourself in the shower, and they photoshopped everything. We told them, Agent John, if they were going to be that dumb and try this with us, we told them to go tell on her at that church. For calling the hotline, find out who else is involved. And trust me, everybody knew how not funny this was when that other group showed up and said they worked for a drug lord, and Dave hired them. For we all work for the king from Texas. We are his men. Dave hired us. He's a drug lord. He's a fentanyl king. U.S. military Iraqi translator went into the dark web malware fentanyl king. He's real. It's where the Iraqis, the ladies in hijab, some Muslim women. Oh, somebody idiot said yesterday, if you remember what they said, you can run, you can hide, but we can still find you. You can try moving away, we'll still find you. What are you doing? And you know the guy that said that to me? He thought I was some girl named Catherine. I've always been Karen. My father named me. My mom had that disorder where they don't like their babies. She wouldn't even name me. My sister Pam, you've even heard them that she had to take care of me at 11 or 12 because my mom didn't want anything to do with me. My father named me after Karen Habakkuk, Job's youngest daughter, and his mother Ruth. Karen Ruth. My father named me. I've heard that story a million times. So, where that guy showed up at the beginning of the case, you can run, you can hide. I can still find you. You can change your name back to Catherine and I'll still find you. I got away from him. Even the investigator said, where'd they get Catherine? I've always been Karen. That guy misidentity. There's a girl that looks like me. She works in Louisville at, the one guy said he works at that one, restaurant out of town. They used to say there was a girl that looked like me that worked at Smiley's in Maslin. But this other girl works out of town. I think her name's Catherine. It's probably who they're looking for. But if not, there's a Catherine that looks just like me. But where you guys said that yesterday, the guy that said it to me thought I was some girl named Catherine. I've always been Karen. Realize you're harassing somebody who's never been Catherine in their life. Alright. Now I'm going to go ahead and get off here. But I want you to realize this. And realize it good. What are you doing? See, they're so afraid Agent John, once you pay me, the scam's over. They can't ever touch me. They don't have anything against me. The whole scam is over. It's just a big scam to extort money from the government. The whole thing is. That's where, right before the case started, the case started. That's where Anita and Pam were talking. Mary's niece, Michelle, was so excited for the opportunity to date someone like Dave, she was willing to kill someone. And Dave was excited. He never had anybody willing to kill someone just to date him. And that poor family needs help. They're in debt. That's Katie. Katie's mom is Mary, and her niece Michelle, and Anita's her aunt. Get the idea? Then if you go September 30th, 25, that biker yelling at that girl, the guys running it said no one's allowed to say a word to her again in her life. This whole thing is your family's debt to drug dealers. Is that what's going on? Yes. Does she even know who you are? No, I don't want her to know. She don't even know who you are. And you had her raped, tortured, or skull bashed in because you were in debt to drug dealers? Yes. I'm sorry. Listen to her and her friend Matt talk January 13th, 23, that the Ohio drug dealers were threatening that agent's life because they thought he let all those people be human trafficked, and it was your family letting them be human trafficked? Is that what's going on? Yes. Is it your family human trafficked people because you were in debt to drug dealers? Yes, I'm sorry. She's sorry? Get the idea? She sold little kids to be murdered. So religious people, serial killers are manipulating you. You know how the Bible warned you about wolves in sheep's clothing? So demon-possessed people. And that it was her family that incited my new husband's family to try to take everything from him and da 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 da. Yes, but I really wanted that farm. I liked it. Too bad. Listen to September 23, the original cartel already admitted to photoshopping everything and made fun of the FBI for falling for it. Did you know that? Yes. Did you know they already confronted Dave of that it was a medication error, medical malpractice, and fraud that made her sick before? Did you know that? Yes. You're screaming it. It's heartbreaking, Elizabeth. Everything that was going on. Then you take January 1926, that Henry Moffey, the guy that sent me two or three text messages of a hi, I think you're beautiful, and something about love on the beach. I don't know him from Adam. Then the people are talking about him in stores. Then he's driving around with people from the Florida drug cartel. Judge Peter's group. I don't know him from Adam, and how he came in and said he was the one sending those weird messages. He was glad he never met me in person. And he tells all men I'm not good enough for another man. I thought you wouldn't even got a pity date. And the officers work the case, only watch her because they feel sorry for her because she acts like a big kid. It's like they like me and there's a court order. And he's the one that incited my new husband's family to threaten his life to steal that property, and he was going to steal everything for them. And that he was going to pull a fast one on the FBI and steal all the case's money. Had a judge's friend that enter everything in court without me, and that without them have it signed over to him, and he'd be long gone, and steal all the money and pull a fast one from the FBI. I thought over my dead body. I wrote the president and FBI internal affairs. You won't take a dime that I earned that's meant for me to help my children. Not a fucking dime. Not a fucking damn dime. It's a big extortion group. Like I said, the only way they would actually have got my money is identity theft. I'm going to upload this.